Dear students, research scholar and faculties of different colleges and universities. In this video, we will discuss first bivariate scatter diagram, second regression trend line, and third residual in regression. Before starting the videos, I would like to notice you to watch the video minutely for better understanding, so that at the end of the video you will be able to answer the question correctly. The link has been given in the description drop down menu. Thanks to all for subscribing our channel and watching the other videos in this channel. Please subscribe the channel if yet not subscribed. Share it to the concerned learner groups. I will eagerly wait for your comments. Don't forget to put a like in this channel. We will discuss about first bivariate scatter diagram. Here the two variables are present. One variable is represented by x-axis and another is in y-axis. In x-axis, independent variables are present, and in y-axis, dependent variables are present there. On the other way, we can say we can represent the independent variable in x-axis and dependent variable in y-axis. Here the x-axis, that is horizontal axis, and y-axis is the vertical axis. In x-axis we can represent only independent variables, that is the temperature of a patient, and in y-axis dependent variables, the height of mercury level in a thermometer, that will represent by y-axis. In this way we can represent the variables by x-axis and y-axis. Now there are three types of relation. One is the positive. When the value of x-axis increases with the value of y-axis. In the other way, when the values of y-axis increases with the increasing value of x-axis, then the relation will be positive. Suppose the temperature of a patient and the mercury level on a thermometer, this relation is positive. In this way we can show the positive relation, and we can represent the negative relation when the value of y-axis increases with decreasing value of x-axis, then the relation will be the negative. Suppose the amount of rainfall and atmospheric temperature. In increasing amount of rainfall, atmospheric temperature decreases. So this relation is represented by negative. This is a negative relation. When the value of x-axis increases with the decreasing value of y-axis. On the other way, when the value of x-axis increases with the decreasing value of x-axis, then the negative relation will form. There are another relation If the negative or positive no relation is found, then the line will be either horizontal or vertical. Here, suppose the building structure of a institution and result of the students of that institution, there is no relation. They may be horizontal or vertical line. In this way we can represent three types of relation. One is positive, another is negative, and another is neutral or no relation. In the scatter diagram, bivariate scatter diagram, we can established three types of relation. One is positive, second is negative, and third is no relation or neutral relation. Now construct a scatter diagram for the following table. Here the relative relief we can also express by in x-axis, and the settlement frequency per square kilometer, number of settlement frequency per square kilometer, it we can represent by y-axis. The value of diagram we can represent by scatter plot. To represent a scatter plot, we have to calculate in this manner. Suppose the scale of x-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 20 unit, and scale of y-axis as per suitable of our diagram we can suggest 1 centimeter to 5 unit. In this way we can calculate total, and the value will be represented by the scatter diagram. Here the scatter plot. How to plot the scatter diagram? Suppose the value of x-axis is 30 and value of y-axis is 16, then the point will be here. Value of here the 30s, here the 30s, and here the 16, then the point will be here. In this way we can plot all the points on the graph paper as per their x and y values. After plotting this point, then I estimated line we have to calculate. We have to draw a estimated line. Here you can see the yellow line, I estimated line, which separates the points with equal halves. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the upper side, and in lower side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Before drawing this line we have to draw a outer line of this point, and this will be just like this. This is a negative relation. Then we have to draw the I estimated line. Okay, in this way we can draw the scatter diagram with x and y axis values and I estimated line. Now we will proceed the regression trend line. How to draw the regression trend line? What is regression trend line? From a straight line can be fitted in case such that the sum of the vertical deviation of the observed value from the derived straight line is equal to 0, and the sum of the square of all such deviation is least from these obtained from any other orientation of the said straight line. It is known as the method of least square. The general equation of the straight line is given by yc is equal to a plus bx, yc equal to a plus bx, where a is the intercept, and b is the slope, okay. Now the normal equation to solve for a and b, summation of y is equal to na plus b summation x, it is in the equation number 1, and summation of xy is equal to a summation x plus b summation x square, a summation x plus b summation x square, it is in equation number 2. Now we have to proceed the calculation part. Here the relative relief in x-axis and settlement frequency per square kilometer in y-axis. Then we have to calculate the xy values. Here the xy values, x into y, here the x square, here the y square. In this way we can calculate all, and then we can proceed. Now we can proceed. Y summation of y equal to the na plus b summation x, that was in the equation number 1, and in equation number 2 summation of xy equal to a summation x plus b summation x square in equation number 2, and putting the values of summation of y is equal to 190, summation of y equal to 190, and n is equal to 16a, and b value we are not informed, but summation of x we know 1950 summation of x. Here putting the values in equation number 1, and then the putting the value in equation number 2, summation of xy is equal to 20000, and summation x values is 1950, and b summation x square, here the values of x square 284500 b. In this way we can calculate dividing 16 with the equation 1 and 1950 with the equation 2. In the equation we can divide 16, and in the equation number 2 we can divide the 1950, then what will be the values? The value will be, this will become here 11.875 is equal to a plus 121.8750 b. This will be in equation number 2, and here in equation number 1, and here the equation number 2, it will be 10256 is equal to a plus 145.897 b in equation 2. Subtracting all the part, here minus sign, and minus sign, then it will be the value 1.619, and here the minus 24.022 b. In this way we can calculate the value b. Here we can calculate the value b, because a and a, minus a and plus a will be deduct here, minus a and plus a will be deduct here, and in this way we can calculate the value b. Here b equal to minus 0.067, subtracting the value of b in equation number 1. Here putting the value of b in equation number 1, we can get the value b is equal to 20.089. Therefore, the regression equation is yc equal to a plus bx. A is equal to 20.089. A is equal to 20.089 here the values, and b is equal to point minus 0.0674 into x. A y is equal to a plus bx. Here the value of b come in minus negative sign, then the value will be in minus. If the value of b will come in positive sign or plus, then it will be plus into plus, that is plus. But here it is minus sign, because plus into minus, that is minus. In this way we can calculate this. After calculating this part, it is very interesting to draw the line here, putting the value, if x is equal to 70, putting the value x equal, when x equal to 70, then yc, value of yc is equal to 15.609, and if x equal to 200, when the x equal to 200, then the yc equal to 6.56. And now the plotting portion we can plot in this way. When the values x is equal to 70, here the x equal to 70, then yc, that is y value is 15.6, then the point will be here. And when the value of x is equal to 200, then yc, that is y value, will be here 6.56, and join these 2 points by a straight line. This line will be the regression line or regression trend line or best fitted line. We can calculate the slope of the line in this way. This is the regression line and regression trend line or best fitted line. Here is another example, second example sum of regression analysis. Here the countries, serial number 10 and countries. Here the female estimated income x and female combined gross enrollment ratio y. Then in this red portion, the data will be provided to you, and you have to total it, and you should identify the mean of this. And then in this way, x minus x bar, y minus y bar, that is y bar is equal to mean. Here x square, y square and xy we had already discussed in our earlier videos. And then in this way we can calculate the regression line formula. B is equal to, here yc equal to a plus bx, here a is equal to y bar minus bx. In this way, calculation of regression line is equal to b is equal to 0.00198 and a is equal to 51.5976. Here yc equal to a plus bx, yc, if when the x is equal to 2000, then yc will be 55.9264, and when the x is equal to 20,000, then the value of yc is equal to 91.6459. And then plot the values. Here yc is equal to 51.96 plus 0.00198. Here it is positive because the value of b value comes in positive. So the yc is equal to 51.96 plus 0.00198x. The trend represent the positive trend. Here the trend line, it is the positive trend. And In this way we can calculate the regression trend line or best fitted line or the line of intersection by the equation of y is equal to a plus bx. In this way we can calculate easily the regression trend line. Now the residual in regression. Residual in regression, importance of residual in regression. Linear regression model is not always appropriate for the data. We should assess the appropriateness of the model by defining residual and examining residual plots. What is residual? The difference between the observed value of the dependent variables, remember it will be the dependent variables, and the predicted value, that is y dash, is called the residual, that is small e. Each data point has one residual, so we can easily formulate the relation residual is equal to observed value minus predicted value. Remember it, residuals is equal to observed value minus predicted value. You can see it here, E is equal to y minus y bar. Here both the sum and the mean of the residual are equal to the 0. Remember it, both the sum and mean of the residual are equal to 0. That is, summation of E is equal to 0 and E is equal to 0. By this way we can plot this regression residual plot. A residual plot is a graph that shows the residuals in the vertical axis, in y axis, and the independent variable on the horizontal axis or x axis. Remember that residual plot on the vertical axis, in y axis, and the independent variables in the horizontal axis in x axis. Okay, then linear and non-linear model. If the points in a residual plot are randomly dispersed around the horizontal axis, a linear regression model is appropriate for the data. Suppose that, remember it, if the point in a residual plot are randomly dispersed around the horizontal axis, a linear regression model is appropriate for that data. Otherwise a non-linear model is more appropriate for it. See the diagram and it will be clear then. Here the patterns of residual plots, below the residual plot shows three typical patterns. Remember it, three typical patterns. The first plot shows a random patterns including a good fit for a linear model. It is linear, indicating a good fit for a linear model. In first plot it is randomly, it is random pattern, here and here it is randomly distributed. So here the linear model, random pattern, that will be the linear model. The other plot patterns are non-random, U-shaped inverted, suggesting the better fit of non-linear model. Here the U-shaped, and here the inverted U-shaped. Here the inverted U-shaped. When a particular type will come in the plot, then we will suggest it a non-linear pattern. Here the non-linear pattern, non-random U-shaped, non-random inverted U. Here the non-random U-shaped, here the non-random inverted U-shaped. U-shaped and inverted U-shaped suggest a better fit of non-linear. It is a non-linear pattern. In second and 3 it will be the non-linear. In first it is the linear pattern. Remember it, where when the plot shows the random patterns, here random patterns, that will be linear, and with a specific pattern either U-shaped or inverted U-shaped, then it will be non-linear. Okay, we can suggest this. Okay, next come a table shows the input and outputs forms of a sample linear regression analysis. Suppose here it is X and it is Y. Okay, value of X is here and value of Y is here, and total of 390, here 385, here X into Y, that is xy value, here the X square, and here the Y square. In this way, this portion is the total, this is the summation of xy, here the summation of x square, here the summation of y square. By using these value, we can calculate the y is equal to a plus bx. In this way, we can calculate y is equal to a plus bx here. Now, residual is equal to, what is residual? Residual is the observed value. Putting the value of x here, the putting value the 60s, putting the value 60 here, then YC will be 65.411. Putting the value in 70 in x, then YC will be 70.849. In this way, we can calculate the predicted value. These are the predicted value. Okay, and these are the observed value. These are the observed value, and these are the predicted value. So, residual, what is residual? Residual is equal to observed value minus predicted value. We had already seen the equation. E is equal to y minus y, you see, that is y, here the y value will be 70, but putting the value of x 60, we gain the 65.411. Putting the value 70 in the equation yc equal to 26.78 plus 0.64x. Here putting the value is x, y will be 71.894, but it is the original value is 65. The difference between original value, this is the original value, and this is the estimated value or predicted value, difference is equal to E. And now putting the value in a plot, we can easily predict what type of this pattern. Here this is the 60, 50, 60, that is x value 70, 80, 90 and 100, and E values, that we calculate in the last column. Here first, second, third, fourth, fifth. The residual plot shows a fairly random pattern. It is not a particular pattern. It is just type these. It is not a particular pattern, inverted or U-shaped, no particular type is matched here, so it is a fairly random patterns. The first residual is positive. Here the first residual is positive, the next two are negative, here the next two are negative, and fourth is positive, here the fourth is positive, and fifth is negative also, and fifth is negative also. This random pattern indicates that the linear model provides a decent fit of the data. Here we can suggest a linear model. Either it is linear or non-linear pattern, it will be the linear model. Okay, in this way we can predict it, either it is linear or non-linear in type. Here a problem sum, it is for your homework. Calculate the equation of regression to establish the relationship of given data and plot the data, and also draw a regression trend line. Interpret the result. Here the female life expectancy and here the male life expectancy. You can put this is X and this is Y. Okay, no, you can say, sir, we can put, is it, why not in it is Y and why not it is X? Both you can do, vice versa. Okay, first suppose it is X and then it is Y. In first case, you female life expectancy, let it is X, and male life expectancy Y. Then the another case, you can also keep it Y and it is in X. Then calculate in vice versa in two ways. It is the first course homework, and the second homework is calculate the regression residual and plot the data. Also interpret the nature of pattern, either it is linear or non-linear. Okay, it is your homework. Complete the homework with utmost sincerity and submit in our website. If it is clear to you, and then practice again and again to understand the total matter. Share the video to your classmates and friends, and also the research scholar and faculties, and don't forget a like in this channel. I am eagerly wait for your remarks. What type of this video? Is it easy or it is hard? Please mention in the comment box. Okay, thank you, best of luck.